Oh, seriously, are we live? Like, I can't even tell. I think we're live. 90% sure we're live. Dropping slowly every single second. Something. Something. One. Something. One. Something. One. One. 3-second delay, we can take those. I should why am I not opening it up? Who am I kidding? You know, the thing that I need for this. Where is it? Okay, the notes. The one. Music. How the hell did... This will be fun. If by fun you mean annoying, then yes. Oh man, tonight's stream might get a little weird. Probably will be, let's be honest, because guess who's gotta read? Guess who's gonna do a live reaction to some weird shit? The fuck did I decide to do tonight? This was a bad move. Hello? Music. I have been listening to way too much. You're the only one here right now. The other dude, KB Higgs, is not going to be able to make it tonight, unfortunately. Hey, he's got schoolwork. You know, school, that thing that you know, some people are in right now. Yeah, speaking of school, had a little midterm today. Yeah, I know. Wait, but when you majored in... By the way, this time, I'm not... Man, you lucky bastard. Anyway, yeah. Tonight's gonna be interesting, because guess who's got a whole ass document to read? Because guess whose former football coach had a thing? Oh god, the Les Miles shit came out. Also, I found your ass on Twitter finally because you hadn't... It was like, hell yeah, Les Miles controversy. Please, you want to know something? Let me just... See this? This is the document. We're reading through the motherfucker. 34 pages worth? We're not going to read all the pages, but we are going to be looking at this, and I have not read it. Also, yeah, you tweeted at me, bro. How are you not following me? Granted, it's mainly because I retweet a bunch of shit no one cares about. No, let's be honest. I actually only retweet shit no one cares about. Most of it being, like, yeah. Anyway, you weren't wrong about me popping off when I heard that he got released. Though today was really not today was more bitter. You seriously though, you just... What do you mean by ignore Twitter existing before a minute ago? I'm so confused. Oh. Fucking took you long enough. Anyway, yeah, let me think. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., they're releasing the whole thing about LSU's, whole debacle. I'm gonna make sure I don't hear a damn thing until I pre-record my next podcast, because instead of doing all of this stuff, it's just gonna be me reacting to what the hell happened. That's that second link in my Twitch bio. Hey, you're laughing, I'm crying. And I have class until 2:30. Holy fuck, I've got a lot to block. I hope we get more than just one other person in here. Who the hell is Tuddled? I mean, like... Because, you know, there's more than just me. Who is Tuddled? Like, seriously, who the hell else is in here? Yeah, I was right about that. Oh, for me, I don't have any other sports news sites that are actually coming up. I don't know. He wasn't here last week. He didn't say he was gonna be here. Maybe he's doing stuff. Maybe he's got schoolwork. Remember that? Remember schoolwork? Oh wait, you even don't remember it. I don't think... No, he didn't say anything on Tuesday. He did not say anything on Tuesday. He didn't say anything last week either, but that's fine. I mean, look, as long as there's somebody here. Although it would be nice to get guys like Lombardi over here, you know, mainly so I can, I don't know, cry. Yep. We've made substantial cuts, and we're not even close to done, and I'm so scared about this. Oh, by the way, the stream delay is so much better now, because I decided to put it on a 1 second delay in OBS, and now it's on like a 3 second delay and not a 10 second delay. Yeah, it's almost that time. It's not as bad as it used to be, let's be honest. I checked that out. I counted it, it's like 3 or 4 seconds. So, like, better than 10, which, how the hell do you ever get to 10-second delays? Either way. Also, in the past week, I've gotten into Bojack Horseman, which has been a really good idea. It's 7, it's still better. Okay, man, you can do this. Anyway, it is 7 o'clock. There is but one other person in... Who the hell is Toddled? Seriously, it's not showing up in any other place. But it's whatever. Who cares? At least they're here. And I'm here. We're all here, and it is episode 3 of the live episode of Goal to Go. Thank you to those who have shown up for showing up. We'll probably get more people to show up later. So what's on the docket today? Well, there's a massive thing that's on the docket today, but we got the Saints cap roundup. We've got some little bit of news about college baseball, at least LSU baseball, because Gorilla Ball is back, bitches. This may be a term you're not familiar with. This Bills rule change submission, this thing about the eyes of Texas at UT, and then me live reading a 34-page document on why Les Miles is a piece of shit. So this is gonna be a fun stream, mainly because, again, I haven't read the whole document. I've heard little things about it. But we start, of course, at the beginning. You know, like all things do. So, how are the Saints doing with their cap? They've got a lot of money to go. Holy garbage, we are fucked. I was watching a video from Set the Edge yesterday, and it was like, if the Eagles are close to the Saints in terms of bad cap, and if you're anywhere close to the Saints, like, that's a problem, and they're like $30 million away from us in that, which is like, close. They're not even remotely in the same area code as us. We're boned. We are still boned. Granted, one Quan Alexander will save you a ton of money. But we made some moves. We didn't just cut some guys. We cut 3 guys and we restructured two of them and signed a guy, which actually counted against us. But it was worth it, and we managed to actually, wipe the entire thing clean. So, first of all, let's talk about the guy we re-signed. That added $2 million to our cap for the upcoming, and it's JT Gray. Now, JT Gray is a guy most people probably haven't heard of unless they check the bottom of the Pro Bowl rosters from the last 2 seasons, not this season, but 2 seasons prior, 2018 and 2019, where you'll remember him as the NFC Pro Bowler for the special teams. He was a gunner, and he kicked ass on our coverage team. The only reason he probably didn't make it this year is that, let me think. Oh yeah, Morstead was shit. Morstead just did not have it, and we'll talk about him in a second. But when he's not on the first page of results for punters because of his in-net punting, there's only a few behind him. That's pretty bad. So yeah, JT Gray, he's been doing pretty decently. He doesn't actually step up in the secondary at all, but he's such a good guy on special teams that he's worth re-signing for $2 million for 2 years. $4 million deal, $2 million guaranteed. So I think that's a good signing. I like it. We then restructured. I think I'm going in chronological order. I'm not going in chronological order. Why would I go in chronological order? That would just be normal. I've lost all semblance of reality. This is ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, what was it? Yesterday, the God-tier thing. You see, I'd been complaining this week. We hadn't done shit to address the cap. And then yesterday, we cut Jared Cook, and oh, baby, we cut Jared Cook, baby. Whoo! $8 million off the books. We also cut Josh Hill, which is $2.5 million of his concussion having. Seriously, I hope you get better, dude, but you've been having way too many concussions. You're not worth the money. I mean, they do. Hey, we did pretty well when we signed him. 2019 was a decent... I mean, look, he was pretty decent for us. You know, he kept making great catches and fumbling the ball in inopportune moments and dropping easy catches. Dude, seriously, what the fuck? Get your hands together and catch footballs. That's what you're paid to do. You're not good at blocking. At least Josh Hill was. It's not $45 million. It's $52 million. It's 52 million. From my numbers, it's 52 million. I'm double checking this right now, though. Where is it? It's time to find cap space. Alrighty. I'm looking at over the cap. We're at 60. What the shit? According to this, we're at $61 million. According to this, we are at 61 million. Oh! Okay, then. What the fuck? Yeah, no, don't worry. We'll find some cap space. We've been restructuring deals left and right. We've been restructuring deals. So I'm going to note that my original number of how far over the cap we were was 70 million. And so I've been going down from there. So we went down to $60 million. That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's why. It was 60. I had it at 70. It might have been 60 something. But I thought it was 69-ish. 68, 69 million. I had it somewhere around there because I had an estimate that I kept up in my head. And I've been keeping up with it ever since. So I have like $52 million. So, and I think this hasn't taken into account some of the other things yet. So, like, for example, Jared Cook's being cut. I don't think it counts in the fact that it saved the $8 million yet. But I'm not 100% on how this works. But anyway, we cut Jared Cook. That was an $8 million saving. We cut Josh Hill. That was $2.5 million. We restructured David Onyemata's contract, which was actually a $4.34 million saving. And then this morning, it was announced that we restructured Will Lutz's contract to move $1.74 million, which is basically meaning that you just moved $6 million in the span of two things. And then this afternoon, it was announced that we had cut our longtime punter, Thomas Morstead, which was a move that we were kind of looking at doing. I heard about it. We had a guy in camp, this year, who was apparently outdoing him, but got injured with a back injury and did not have a chance to play. He was out for the whole season. So he's probably going to be taking over. Hopefully, he can bomb the crap out of the ball like Thomas Morstead did for his first 10 years. Because that'd be nice. Or maybe we can use Zach Von Rosenberg, LSU's punter. Maybe. Please, give him a tryout. He's good. Trust me. I watched him. He was good. He won the Ray Guy Award for punter of the week 3 times. Duke can bomb balls. Do it. Do it. We're not going to have any LSU guys on the roster after we cut Quan Alexander. Just do it. I know he's 30 years old, but still. SI has him as the best punting prospect. Do it. Sign him. Draft him. I don't give a damn. Do it. Also, while you're at it, use your 3rd round pick on a tight end, please. We need one. We only have one left on the roster. I'm not even kidding. We only have one left now. It's Troutman. Now, I will say, there's still a lot more to go. You still got Janoris Jenkins' ass getting cut, and that'll be $6 million well spent. You're laughing about Adam Troutman, but that guy actually managed to play really well this year, and he looked like he's going to be our top tight end for the next few years. Seriously, the guy's better at blocking than Jared Cook. He is better at route running than Jared Cook. And he can catch the damn ball reliably, unlike Jared Cook. There was a 3-week span where we were just using Adam Troutman. We had completely disregarded Jared Cook from the offense, which I thought was weird because, why not use your Pro Bowl tight end? And then we started throwing the ball to him, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, he doesn't catch. I mean, Troutman's good. I can't say anything bad about him. He's a damn fine tight end, and he was damn... I said he was going to be a steal in the 5th round. I thought he should have been maybe a day 2 pick. I thought he could have been a day 2 pick. That's true. However, did he go to an FCS school? was the first player to come from said school and be drafted since 1978. He is the pride of Dayton, the Dayton Flyers. Anyway, that's not important. Do you know what is important? Getting rid of more cap space. So we're going to be cutting Quan Alexander. He'll be worth $13.4 million in cap savings that I will be okay with, despite the fact that we will be losing yet another LSU player from the roster because the Saints don't have LSU football players on them. Jesus, so annoying. It's like they're literally in your backyard. Just get them, you bastards. Like, how does a team that's been around since 1967 in the backyard, with LSU in its backyard, have never drafted an LSU player in the first round? Seriously? They've drafted a guy from Xavier who doesn't even sponsor football anymore. I'm not even joking with you. They've drafted a guy from Xavier, the Musketeers, in like probably 1973 or something. How the hell you do that? Are you stupid? I mean, the answer is yes. I'm still waiting on that video about the time the Saints hired a GM that was an astronaut. Jesus Christ, that video cannot be as dumb as I think it is. I'm worried about how much I'm going to hate my franchise for that. Because it's going to be like... Because if you don't know, apparently the Saints once hired a... Just... Oh my God. There are no words I have to describe how much that feels like a Saints move. Like... Really? Also, where the hell is everyone? Seriously. Like, how is it just us? Oh my God, as I say that, he's back. What happened last week? You been good? Ah, you know what? I would have... Ah, okay. Well, I will figure that out. I would never have guessed that part. So yeah. Okay. So, anyway, Jared Cook got cut, if you didn't hear. I have been happy for a day. And then, Thomas Morstead. Yeah, Thomas Morstead also got cut, which was like, but also, he was terrible this year. Oh, this actually transitions me into another topic because it's official. Big Ben's going to be back next year. Man, Steelers, you really don't think... They say, oh, we think he is in fact capable of performing next year. And I read that statement and I'm like, that is a statement of falsehood. Because no, he can't. Yeah, yeah, he's officially back next year. His 18th season with the team. Bro, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. He can't do it. He can't do it. How can he do this? How are you this stupid? He couldn't play last year. You think your defense is going to be able to carry you anymore? I watched LSU football for long enough to tell you your defense is going to give out a couple of points, especially when you're playing against better offenses. Alrighty? I had to watch LSU get its ass kicked by Alabama for 8 straight years. Every single one of those years, it was because the offense couldn't do a damn thing to save its life. So it had to rely on the defense, and guess what the defense couldn't do? Stop Alabama because they had juggernauts on it. Oh, it's quite simple, because the Steelers don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't think they have anybody evaluating QB talent. Mason Rudolph is a better quarterback, I think, than Ben Roethlisberger right now. And Mason Rudolph sucks. Well, here's my other thing. I genuinely don't think Matt Canada can run an offense with him. Or with anything there. Now, I'm biased because the shit I had to witness at LSU was bad. Granted, as you'll soon hear about, not the worst thing that LSU's had to deal with. Because guess who's got a whole thing he's rating tonight? This guy. Oh, God. Or, wait, when is Heinz Field getting the name change? Because I know Heinz didn't renew its thing. Like, I know the Superdome's going to have a new name next year. It's going to have a new name. It's not going to be Mercedes-Benz. It's going to be some other company. I expect Entergy or something. Because Arrowhead just got a name put on it. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, which GEHA does vision and dental insurance. So what a normal name. I mean, Dwayne... I don't know which one I'd rather put out there, because honestly, I don't see the difference between them besides the age. They're both cancers. It's just that one of them, I'm pretty sure, hasn't committed a sex crime. Yeah, seriously, like, I trust one of them more. Although, we're talking about Big Ben having problems. I got a thing about Les Miles we're gonna be talking about later. That'll be funny. But it's time to talk about something that I like. It's time to talk about Gorilla Ball. Now, what is Gorilla Ball? Gorilla Ball is a term used, it was coined in the 1990s for LSU baseball because we kept slamming the crap out of the ball. Because LSU baseball has been on a home run hitting spree. We lead the nation with 21 home runs in 9 games. That's pretty insane. Last night, we beat Southern University of Baton Rouge, a Division I school, 16-1. We hit like 5 or 6 home runs. So yeah, we've only got 1 loss. We're about to play a 3-game series against Oral Roberts, who's been terrible. They used to have a pretty decent baseball team, but I guess they haven't done anything. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about that, because I realize nobody cares about that but me, and also SEC season hasn't really started yet, so nothing big's gonna happen until then. Definitely got a great young roster. Got this guy named Dylan Cruz, and he just says, "Hi, I'm going to make all of the plays." Because that's what he does. He slams the crap out of the ball. He's fast, and he can also make plays in the field. Dylan Cruz is one of the best young players on this team, and we got a lot of good ones. Got a good young pitcher named Blake Money. Yes, his name is Money. I've met the guy, and his name is perfectly fitting for him. Because if you met the man, and he told you his name was Blake Money, you'd be like, yeah, that's about right. That's because, and this is important, most people don't care unless you're in the South and you really like it. College baseball is big here in Baton Rouge, and I was always a college baseball fan. I've been to the College World Series. It was the only time LSU made the finals and lost. That was not a fun experience. Although, I will say that, what was it? Did get to eat a foot-long corn dog there, because their stadium literally gives you a gigantic corn dog. It's a foot long. I haven't measured it. Yes, it is. And it matters more than it should. Holy crap, it was so much fun, though. Especially LSU baseball, though. You don't understand it. When we travel to Omaha, Like, we were talking with the wait staff at some restaurants, and they're always pulling for LSU to come there because a lot of LSU fans come up, and they spend like crazy. And Omaha is a nice city, by the way. It's got beautiful weather. It's got great food. Absolutely amazing barbecue. If you love beef, you go to Omaha. They also have a really good ice cream shop. It was really good. Oh, yeah. We drove through the Ozarks together. This is a travel story that I have no time to talk about because there's another whole ass thing I gotta go through. And trust me, when I say it's a whole ass thing, I mean Jesus. But let's talk about this Bills rule proposal. This rule proposal comes to us from the Buffalo Bills. They've submitted a rules change proposal to the NFL that would bar interviews for front office and coaching positions until after the conference title games and hirings until after the Super Bowl. Owners could vote on it this offseason, and it would be a huge change. Now, what do I think about this? I don't hate it. I kind of like it. Because, how the hell are you, as an offensive or defensive coordinator, going to be able to think straight when you're also interviewing a team that might be halfway across the country? It's not going to help you. Granted, if you're good at your job, you can do it, but... let's say you're being interviewed and you have to go from, Buffalo to San Francisco. That's too far. And that's going to really mess with you. How are you going to think straight? I get that. I don't think it's a bad rule. I think people are going to call him out because it's oh, but the Patriots have dealt with this fine for years. And it's yeah, but the Patriots had Tom Brady, and apparently he's a cheat code. Apparently, just having Tom Brady means you're going to be successful. I don't know why other teams didn't try it sooner. I hate that, man. God, what do you think you can do? I was what do you think? You can just come into my conference, take the entire win the conference title and the Super Bowl on your home turf? Yes. Oh. You still don't get the division, though. Why couldn't we beat you a third time? You beautiful bastard. Hey, here's the thing. You had to deal with it for 19 years and multiple times. He had one fucking year with the Bucks of all teams, and he brings them to a Super Bowl. I give up. I just give up at this point. I think Tom Brady's a cheat code. He was a created player in a Madden game that accidentally got released into the real world. That's what he is. Okay, he's one of those random Madden players. My childhood was just destroyed by terrible defenses and Drew Brees keeping everything together. I actually recently got a book. I came in this afternoon, actually, called Peyton and Brees, and it's the story of the creation of the greatest offense to ever run the NFL. Because anyone who says that Drew Brees isn't a top 5 quarterback of all time is an idiot and needs to give me any reason why he is not. I don't know what he needed to do to prove to you otherwise. And the only reason Tom Brady's ahead of him is because of longevity. McCree tried as hard as he could, but the problem was that the Patriots had a guy out there who'd played defensive back before and knew how to strip the ball better. Well, let's just say when I asked Jaguar about where he put Drew Brees, he didn't even put him in the top 10. And fight me on that shit. Or he didn't put him in the top 5. I didn't even think he put him in the top 10. And he put Otto Graham ahead of him, which is really? And one of the arguments made, look, I don't want to call out someone, especially someone, this was a thing. It happened during the stream, and I want to have him back. I want to have a chance to actually debate this man. Not face to face, but you get what I mean. So he has a chance to defend himself, because I do not feel like it is right to attack someone without them having a chance to defend their point and to explain themselves, because that's just like you're ganging up on someone. That's wrong. He put Otto Graham, and he said that Drew Brees was never the best quarterback in the NFL, which, first of all, what do you mean by that? He never won MVP because his team didn't win because his team had no defense. Okay, we never had a defense, so he couldn't win MVP. He had to keep throwing the damn ball. Do you know what he did with the guys he had? Besides Marcus Colston, who should have been a Pro Bowl selection, and it's a crime that he was never a Pro Bowl selection, He had guys like Lance Moore, who could never do anything, Devery Henderson, who was never going to be anything with anybody else, Robert Meacham, who, as the man with the plan knows, was useless outside of New Orleans. Otto Graham was good for his era, but he ain't no way a top 10 quarterback of all time. Sammy Baugh has more credibility there because he had a 70.33% completion percentage in 1945, which was a record that didn't even get broken until the 1980s. A record that, to put into perspective, number 2 was Sid Luckman, and he had like 50%. Alrighty, that's why Sammy Baugh's in my top 10. Plus, the dude could play defensive back and punter better than most of the league. Sammy Baugh led the league in interceptions, as in picks. He picked off more passes than any other player, or was tied for the lead. Yeah, that's the thing about Brees. It's like, with Brees, he's playing at the same time as Tom Brady. He's playing at the same time as Brett Favre and as Peyton Manning. Now, Brett Favre, I don't even put in my top 5. Because of, he threw too many interceptions, and he took too many stupid risks that he never needed to take. You look at the 2009 NFC Championship game as one of those stupid risks that he takes. No QB in their right mind would have thrown that pass. You know what you do in that instance? You see the wide open field ahead of you and you run for a first down. But even then, I can see where Brett Favre is. Peyton Manning? Yes, very, very good. Tom Brady? You're not going to tell me Tom Brady was wrong. Aaron Rodgers is another one, where Aaron Rodgers keeps winning MVP. What the hell is Brees supposed to do? Oh, I don't know. Throw for 5,000 yards again? Oh, he did it 5 times. No other player's done it more than once. Yeah, I mean, because Aaron Rodgers is tough. I think it's just difficult, what with the fact that Mike McCarthy never knew how to use him. I've never understood how Mike McCarthy, by the way, someone explain to me, how does the offensive coordinator of the 2005 New Orleans Saints get a head coaching job in 2006? Did you watch that team or look at that team? That team was dog shit. How the hell does he get a job? That team went 3-13, had a collapse after a 2-2 start. I don't care that the Katrina shit happened. Your offense was worthless. What are you doing getting a head coaching job? Dude never should have gotten one in the first place. I don't get it. He is so worthless, and there's no reason he should have A, had one, and B, had one for as long as he did. It's just that he got lucky and got a Super Bowl in 2010, and they never wanted to get rid of him. But, you know, I mean, honestly, I'd have rather y'all lost to the Cardinals too, because, you know, then the Cardinals wouldn't have such a damn losing streak. I mean, like, honestly. But then again, you'd also had to lose to Ken Wisenhunt, and, which feels worse, losing to Ken Wisenhunt or losing to Mike McCarthy? You have to ask yourself that question. So do I go into this University of Texas bullshit? I think I do. So, let me ask. Do y'all know what happened at the University of Texas? Regarding the Eyes of Texas? The alma mater? God. Oh, you haven't heard about what's happened at UT? Oh, somebody had... See, one of you... Okay, Steeler fan in Rhode Island. There is only one S in that entire username. You're not a college football fan, are you? You're not... that was not a rhetorical question. Nope. Okay. So, the man with the plan is a Nebraska fan. So, he definitely knows about Texas stuff. Because he probably still keeps up with it because he's still pissed off about Texas kicking him, being the reason why they're in the wrong conference. Yeah, that's true. Y'all don't do college football, except for good Ivy League stuff. Go Crimson. Stupid Bulldogs can suck it. They're the freaking party school of the Ivies. Fight me. I have no reason to hate Yale, but I hate Yale. Brown, we exist. That's about all you get from them. Yes. 1 second. That's right. And Damakong Su almost delivered you guys a freaking Big 12 championship. That should have happened. Anyway. So, let's talk about this. Because I think it'll be interesting, especially because, I follow both of you guys on Twitter. So, one of you is going to have more of an opinion on this, I think. And you know which one I know. So, Steeler fan, I know you're probably going to have more of an opinion on this. Just because, you followed me and I followed you back. And so it's man. Yeah, Rutgers sucks. The last time they were good at college football was 1869, let's be honest. Well, except for that one time in 07 when they knocked off, the number 2 team in the nation. Number 5, I don't know. Okay, so anyway, let me start at the beginning. Do you know what the Eyes of Texas is? I'm talking to you, Steeler fan, because you're the one that needs to learn about this. Okay, then, this is going to be a long one. Okay, so the Eyes of Texas is a song that do you know the song, I've been working on the railroad all the live long day? You know that song? It goes to the same tune. And it goes the eyes of Texas are... I can't even go through the rest of that song without puking. In case you're wondering, as an LSU fan, my God, am I still pissed off we didn't get to beat the shit out of them this year. Oh, that would have been beautiful. You don't understand. I was looking forward to having their asses in the top corner of the stadium, where they put our asses last season. Because they put everybody in the top corner of their stadium, tried to keep them away, and then what did we do? Oh yeah, Joe Burrow was just waving goodbye to their stupid asses. DPU, oh my God, that was so stupid. Sorry. Long tangent. We had the greatest football team of all time, and it was glorious. Anyway. So, the Eyes of Texas. Well, a lot of people find it controversial. You see, the Eyes of Texas isn't as old as you would think, and its tradition is terrible. The Eyes of Texas come back to the Texas Rangers minstrel show. Now, yeah, what do you mean by putting what lightly? Oh yeah, I'll be putting a lot of things lightly. Because trust me, this shit gets messy. In fact, I'm gonna Control-click. Because this shit gets real messy when you look into it. So basically, the Eyes of Texas is considered to be, by some, a lot of athletes, by the way, a racist tradition that needs to be removed. Because it's got ties to minstrel shows. Blackface and all. Yeah, I know, right? Kind of like their entire football program. Actually, this ties back to their football program. So, here's what happened. UT needs rich donors. Emails show wealthy alumni supporting Eyes of Texas threaten to pull donations. So, basically, what had happened was a bunch of players had come up with a list of demands before the season saying that they're weren't going to play football if these demands weren't met. One of those things was that they didn't want to have to stay out there for the Eyes of Texas. They thought it was racist, because it's racist. thinking something's racist and then having it be racist is bad. Because racism, not exactly the best of things. Bold statements only on this Twitch channel. Anyway, so yeah, that ended up going well with people. And so eventually, at the end of their quadruple overtime loss to Oklahoma, also known as the ha ha ha, you lost again, ha ha ha, fuck you, Texas. So, sorry, just, horns down only in this chat room. Anyway, back to the fact that it's 7:35 and this thing's gonna run over until 8:30, let's be honest. In fact, it definitely will, because I got a lot to talk about. So basically, what happened was only Sam Ehlinger stayed out on the field. And a bunch of UT donors decided to be UTIs. That's what I've decided to call them, because, well, if we all know what that means, then we're gonna be good for the rest of this. Basically, they thought it was embarrassing. They thought it was horrendous. That they needed these donors wanted the school to stand up to cancel culture. Because, cancel culture is wanting to stop racist shit. Trust me, the puns only flow from here. Yes. The puns, only the best puns. And the worst puns. So yeah, let's read some really stupid ones. It is disgraceful to see the lack of unity in our fiercest competitor Sam Ehlinger, which, by the way, they misspelled Sam Ehlinger's name, which means this person knows a lot about their football team. Standing nearly alone. It is symbolic of the disarray of this football program which you inherited. The critical race theory garbage that has been embraced by the football program and the university is doing massive irreparable damage to our glorious institution and to the country. It has got to stop. First of all, person whose name was redacted, fuck yourself. In no uncertain terms. I will put my name to that because I don't care. Because, first of all, why are you a thing? This isn't the only one. Let me explain how bad it got. Apparently, someone texted the president of the Longhorn. Well, no, he didn't redact his name. It was redacted by the university itself. It was redacted by the university. I should note that. No, trust me, that guy has... Anyway, let's get back to this, because I've got more things to talk about. Because I do also want to talk about one last thing, and one last being a very long thing. Apparently somebody was going to do this, then the other thing. Yada, 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 nobody cares. So, a retired administrative law judge and UT Austin Law School graduate wrote to the president, UT needs rich donors who love the eyes of Texas more than they need one crop of irresponsible and uninformed students or faculty who won't do what they are paid to do. This guy is just like, first of all, are you saying the athletes are paid? I'm just saying, you really need to think about that for a second. We all know they pay their athletes, and they're getting a really shitty return on their investment, let's be honest. They're doing a little thing about, like, a historical study on it, and people don't like the historical study because they think that it'll get the song removed, when it's like, guys, it's just a history study. People can do history. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. Could it be worse? What do you think people said? Would you like to see another name? Hold on a minute. Want to hear something amazing? This person's name was redacted by the university. It is a graduate from 1986. Quote, it's time for you to put the foot down and make it perfectly clear that the heritage of Texas will not be lost. It is sad that it is offending the blacks. You're really being on the nose about your racism there. As I said before, the blacks are free, and it's time for them to move on to another state where everything is in their favor. Why are you redacting these people's names? I need to know them. Dude, you don't live in the South. I live in the South. I'm used to this shit. I'm not used to that shit. Nobody even does that shit. But trust me, I'm used to a lot of shit. I'm from New Orleans, and I remember when there were the protests erupting over the fucking monument shit. They're protecting these people. Do you know how much money they give them? Do you know how much money UT gets from these people? These are 7-figure donors. These are $1 million donors. Yeah. Yes, that's right. It's the old and the new mixing together to form a new fusion racism. The granddaddy racism. Oh yeah, did you forget that these are donors that are sending a lot of money? Oh, by the way, apparently this shit was so bad that, it's been a trial by fire, yada yada yada. Where is the wording? When an email from a UT Austin parent showed sharing her son's mental health issues appeared to go unintentionally unanswered, a student affairs employee asked if Hartzell's office wanted to respond directly. Hartzell is the president. But the president's office declined. If you think we can help, redacted, then please proceed, wrote Jeff Leavenworth, a former communications director at UT Austin who was hired temporarily to help the office with correspondence this fall. I'm afraid the Eyes of Texas issue is requiring a lot of bandwidth right now. Yeah. You don't understand, okay? Do you live in the South? Because you have to understand, I'll say this. You don't understand the Southern racism until you've been baked in that shit, and then you can just feel your way through it. Because heritage? There's a lot of people here. You know what's funny, actually? You know what's quite ironic we're talking about this? Today is actually the anniversary of the adoption of both the first and third Confederate banners. Do you know why they had to adopt a third one? Because the second one looked too much like a surrendering flag. They had to change it, because it looked too much like they were surrendering, which is quite ironic considering when they adopted it. It's even better, because the final Confederate flag was just a white tablecloth because they surrendered. Ah, man, it's the best flag they ever used. Fucking white tablecloth. It's so bad, though. And look, again, I think one thing, and it's very interesting to talk to it from your perspective, is that it's really difficult. I'm gonna bring this in. Fuck it. Because fuck it. I can't not bring this in. It's just another perspective that I want to bring in. Did you hear Keith Olbermann's stupid tweet where he said that Texas was on the side of the virus and we should stop vaccinating them? Did you see that? If you follow John Boyce on Twitter, then he mentioned it. Because it was the stupidest, most horrible tweet I've ever seen someone make, like that. Because it's like, okay, why does it scare you? Because there's a reason why it shouldn't. We're not good enough. It's weird to say I've never heard someone say the South is scary. It's just parts of the South that are scary. Should be noted, parts are. Parts? You're fine. Parts? Stay the fuck away from them. Hell, Eastern Illinois is still scary for people. Hell, okay. So remember when I said I went... Yeah, I mean, I follow you on Twitter. Like, I know this. Anyway, when I was driving through the Ozarks, we went through a small town in Arkansas where I saw more Confederate flags than I was comfortable with, which was one, and there were like a few of them. Granted, it was like a small town of 500. No, and I mean, like, we're all white. Like, what the hell am I gonna do about that? Like, and they were selling them. It was like a sale, you know, some people make them, which is like, I mean, if that's how you make your living. Okay, I can tell you this. You would be fine in big cities like Houston, Dallas, Austin even. I know this sounds like UT Austin seems bad, but no, Austin's like really liberal. Like, the biggest cities in the Deep South are humongously liberal. New Orleans is not that liberal, but you'd be okay because, like, it's just such a strong population. Mostly, it's small towns where you have to worry. It's small towns in the backwoods. Because, like, I live in Baton Rouge, and it's like, you don't have to worry about that. At least from what I know. I'm going to say this. From what I know. I'm a white dude. I don't have to worry about shit. Like, I could walk on my campus at 3 a.m. and be fine. But I know that any woman who walks on my campus at 3 a.m. has to worry because there's not adequate lighting on campus. Like, I know I'm safe, but I know there are people who are not safe on my campus. And guess what? You know why they're not safe? Because there was a rash, apparently, of, like, kidnappings a few years ago. Yeah, I know, but a reminder, UT is in Austin. UT's in Austin. These people went to UT Austin, but they're not from Austin. You can tell that because they're dickheads. Yeah. I mean, I think one of those things is, it's just that I can't, the South is scary, but that's mainly because you hear the stories of it. But then again, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm a white dude from the South who's lived it. It's so difficult, and it's such an interesting thing. And I know we're not talking about sports right now, but in general... What? What do you mean by I'm one of the good ones? Look, I mean... I've never read that before in my life. What do you mean by that? Look, I mean, if you don't acknowledge who the hell you are, then you're a dumbass. If you don't acknowledge the fact that look, I had to double check myself because at one point I actually supported keeping up Confederate monuments. I'm going to be honest with you. I did, but I was an uninformed dumbass who learned from it. And if you don't go back to yourself, you don't tell yourself, if you're not willing to admit that you learned from your mistakes, you're never going to ever get anywhere in life. You're never going to get... Oh, yeah, nah. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I mean... But you want to talk about one of the good ones? How about one of the not-so-good ones? This is a segue. The best segue I could. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to learn about the Les Miles situation. Now, the man with the Plan 360 has been wanting me to talk about this the whole time. But you, my friend, pal, buddy, pal, friend, pal, good pal, friend, pal, probably don't know about this. So, Les Miles won the national championship at LSU in 2007. He led us to another national championship appearance in 2011. He was flying high. He was on top of the college football world. Let's see where the hell that got him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to this document. A document that was... Fuck him. Well, guess what? We're going to talk about this because I haven't gotten a chance to look at this. But you know what? Some person here, because... And I do want to double check this. Madam, do you know the story? It is a madam, correct? I say madam because, you know, I'm not saying ma'am. That sounds way too southern. We're not going to say that shit here. We're not going to say that shit here. All right? You might want to learn about this guy. This guy named Les Miles. Well... Indeed, sir. Yes. We're not going to play this up anymore because I'm feeling really uncomfortable, because I'm feeling like this is really turning into that minstrelsy shit. Because, like, I mean, have you ever, by the way, just a random thing, I read this book called Kindred. It's a very good book by Octavia Butler. Basically a woman, she's a black woman from California. She travels back to the 1820s to Maryland. Very interesting story about how she deals with that. I think I would recommend it to literally anyone. It's a very well-written story. And it's just like, this whole, like, you know, dog and pony show right now is getting me really messy. So anyway, let's talk about this shit. So, Les Miles is a piece of fuck. That's just all we need to talk about. But what kind of a piece of fuck is he? Attached are reports, read it in the blah, 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 blah. So, let's explain what happened. It should be noted, anytime that XXX is mentioned, that is former LSU head football coach Les Miles. Let me pull up my, Okay, so now I can see the, chat on my phone because I'm not going to be able to, do that because I got to look at this. So XXX equals Les Miles. Alrighty. So, near the end, this is about a student complaint. Near the end of February 2013, a student employee in the athletic department reported recent interactions with Les Miles that made her uncomfortable enough to quit her part-time position. As a result of what this student, referred to in this letter as Student 2, reported to her supervisors, officials in the athletic department's administration were contacted, and they subsequently interviewed the student. After some fact-finding, Miriam Seeger, senior athletic director / senior woman administrator, and Joe Oliva, vice chancellor and director of athletics. Oh, and by the way, Joe Oliva is a piece of shit. Nobody likes him. And he has since gone from the program. Fuck that guy. Fuck him to hell. Fuck him to tarnation and everything against him. He's a piece of shit. This is going to make you hate him more. If you didn't already know who he was. Anyway, so, subsequently Bob Barton, Miriam, blah, 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 blah. So, student number 2, redacted, was hired, redacted, to work in recruiting after being interviewed by Miles and others. Her supervisor was Sharon Lewis. Student number 2 reported that shortly after she started work, she began to receive Facebook messages from Les Miles. Redacted. Shit. In March 2013, she had a discussion with him in his office regarding future plans. No one else was present in the office. She indicated that she was interested in sports marketing and claims that Miles indicated that she may be able to work for him on his personal business when she graduated. Personal business is going to turn up a bit badly in this, if you can figure out where this is going. Yada yada yada, enter, use the number, yada yada. Ultimately, student number 2 met Miles off campus, got into his vehicle, and the two of them rode around talking. Student number 2 contends that Miles suggested that they go to a hotel together and mentioned his condo as another meeting place. Ugh! He also complimented her on her appearance and said he was attracted to her. Les Miles was married at the time and still is. Let's start right there. Alright? This ain't just a normal-ass motherfucker. This is a scummy motherfucker. Apparently, he'd been doing this shit at Michigan State, which was all the way back in, like, the 2000s, I think. Michigan State. Like, he was apparently known as Cheating Les Miles. So apparently, this wasn't a new thing. Anyway, let's get more into this piece of dog shit of personality shithead. Student number 2 says that Miles drove his vehicle behind the athletics department, parked the car, redacted, and kissed her twice. I'd like to know what the redacted is, because holy fuck. Anyway. I'm just gonna say that's a yada yada that nobody cares. Oh god, this. During the course of our investigation, we obtained the following additional information. Numerous athletics department employees indicate that following the national championship game, Miles became more quote-unquote hands-on about many things in the athletics department, including the student employees. Oh, he became very hands-on with the student employees, as you'll find out later. It's bad. In 2012, he participated in recruiting and interviewing female student employees. According to the employees who supervised the student employees, Miles made it clear that he wanted these employees to have a certain look. Attractive, blonde, fit. Trust me, it gets worse. When we hit page 8, you're going to realize something fucked up. I'm just going to note this. Les Miles was fired in 2016, a few games into the season. You're going to realize he shouldn't have been fired then. He should have been fired a lot earlier. He also made sure their supervisors feel that existing student employees who did not meet this criteria should be given fewer hours or terminated. If you can read this, that's fine. Prior to student number two's complaint, LSU had become aware of a concern expressed by another one. She was also employed in football ops. She reported that she had a phone call and other interactions with him that made her uncomfortable. This arose in the context of student number one babysitting Miles' children. This was contrary to directions given to student employees. They are advised at hire that they could not be both a student employee and a babysitter for any coach. Trust me, I'm doing the same thing, kind of. My hands are a bit messy. One of them is holding a phone, the other is holding my anger. Student number one was concerned because on an occasion when she was supposed to babysit the children and Miles ended up staying with the children instead, he asked her to join them when they went to a movie. LSU also became aware that student number one had stayed in his condo when there had been some problem with her apartment. This was at the suggestion of Miles' wife. What? Hold on a minute. So, his wife said it was okay. Are you oblivious? Or is that how your marriage works? I'm not gonna criticize you if that's how your marriage works, but like, yeah, oh yeah, I'm never gonna criticize someone for how they do their own business dealings. That's just my opinion. As long as you're not doing something that hurts someone. But in this case, I feel like this is fucked up. Anyway, let's not talk about that. A window was broken during her stay, and Miles made the student uncomfortable when he asked her to accompany him to check on the window's repair? Hey, remember that puking? Yeah, I feel that now. Mr. Oliva as a result of the concerns, he was told he was no longer allowed to have any one-on-one meetings or interactions with student employees. Yes. He wasn't allowed to have any of them. Just because he was too creepy. We have learned that he's texted at least one other former student employee using his personal fucking cell phone. In addition to student number one, student number two, and Miles, we have interviewed the full-time employee supervisors of the student employees as well as the other former female. Oh my fucking god, I want to punch something. I hate this man more than you think right now. But it gets worse. Legal standards. Fucking, you redacted an entire page. It is important to note that at the time of her complaints and during this investigation, student number one could not articulate exactly what had occurred. After learning of student number two's alleged experience, student number one told student number two that she had been concerned and touched by Miles, but she denied this when we interviewed her. She is apparently not a consistent source. It is important to note that following the reports from student number one, steps were taken to address her concerns. Unclear though they were. Miles was instructed to have no one-on-one contact with students and not to call, message, or text student employees. He was also told that student employees could not babysit for him. As if that wasn't already a thing that couldn't happen! Additionally, he was told that he could no longer be involved in hiring students. Football Roy Moore. Oh god, you're right. No, I mean, hey, the difference is all of these people are at least not underage. That's the only difference, just saying. At least they're not underage. At least according, I mean, we're not getting 100%, but like, in order to be a student employee like that, you have to be like in your second year usually. Like, you can't do it as a freshman. Yeah. Because like, I know someone who works with the football team. So like, yeah. Yeah. Both student number one and student number two, as well as student number two's father, have strongly emphasized their desire to have their concerns addressed while at the same time maintaining their confidentiality. Yada yada yada. We are unable to know what happened. Yada 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 ba 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 da ba ba da. Are you ready to read this recommendations part? Because it's going to make you want to die. We do recommend that remedial steps be taken to address some of the problematic behaviors which have occurred. This includes a written directive to Miles prohibiting him from having one-on-one direct contact with student employees, requiring him to use his LSU-issued cell phone for any communication with employees, prohibiting social media messaging, texting, and phone calls to student employees, and instructing him that he is not to be involved in hiring student employees. We also recommend that Miles be required to attend counseling to help him understand how to establish appropriate boundaries with students and student employees. The fuck took you so long? He should also authorize the counselor to confirm to LSU that he is participating in the counseling. I'm just... Where is this? So it's just, here's the thing. That's all. Yeah, exactly. Now, it should be noted, after this incident, this motherfucker got a contract extension for 7 years. This shit was known inside the organization. I mean, it was known inside the athletics department. They knew about this shit. And they extended his ass for 7 years. Because in no way was it ever said they needed to fucking fire him. And you wonder why tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hush Blackwell is a law firm is is going to be presenting their findings on a huge investigation into our Title IX compliance or lack thereof, and why we're under federal investigation from the Department of Education because of shit like this. You know, I fucking love this school, but there are points when I want to die from it. There are points where I am embarrassed to be at this university. And and I still justify supporting it. Number one, this was a long time ago, and I didn't do it. I was not involved in this shit, but the later shit, if you haven't read the USA Today stuff on it, I would recommend you do that, unless you're sensitive to topics such as, covering up sexual assault and letting players play, even though they have been reported for sexual assault. Okay, fucking... there's Associate AD Verge Osbury who still keeps going on fucking radio shows despite the fact that it's been proven, basically, at this point, that he did not report the fact that Drake Davis, a former wide receiver here, confessed to him that he sexually assaulted his girlfriend. Apologies for yelling, but it pisses me off. And I didn't want this not to be sports related. I thought we were going to have fun, not talk about this. But no, reading through this, I don't know how much I regret this. Oh my God. This is the shit you have to deal with sometimes. Alright? This is the shit you gotta deal with. Because, you know the worst part is? There are people in the Baton Rouge media who are saying, oh yeah, I knew about this. Oh yeah, especially as an LSU student. You want to know something? There are people in the Baton Rouge media who are saying, oh yeah, I knew about this. What the fuck? You knew about this? Why are you saying that? By the way, apologies for how loud I'm being. I shouldn't be this loud. Because, it might hurt your ears. And I don't want to hurt your ears. Now, Les Miles' ears. By the way, he's employed at Kansas currently. He's probably going to get terminated with cause. Hopefully he'll be terminated with cause in 2 ways, if you know what I mean. Not only his contract, but also his ability to ever coach again. Just terminated. But, oh man. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait. Can I not? Hold on a minute. Okay, I couldn't see the chat. Yeah, that's not fun. I should have put that on the top. Oh well, that's okay. Oh yeah, no, Baton Rouge media people saying that. Now here's the thing. You have to understand this. LSU is basically untouchable around here. You can't do anything to it. Especially LSU football. Especially LSU football. That is held on the highest possible pedestal in this area. So you're not going to get shit to come out about it. Again, yeah, no self-awareness. Because again, some people just want to chase clout. Dude, if you knew about that shit at the time, why didn't you say anything? I know why you probably didn't say shit. You had multiple opportunities to say shit. Especially around the time he's getting a contract extension, it is your duty to say something. You know what's crazy? This shit was buried. This shit was as buried as it could possibly be. Because when they were looking for this, they couldn't do a public records request for it. No public records request found this shit. And that's insane considering the fact that we're a public university. They buried this thing really far below. Then Les Miles' lawyers didn't want this to get released. And then yesterday, of all days, they're like, fuck it, release it tomorrow. Really? And then you read through this. If you want to read the whole thing, by the way, I don't know why you would want to read the whole thing, but here's a link to it. If you want to just punch yourself in the face for that, you can read the link. There you go. The link right there. Just hate yourself for it. Just... It's 8:07. I want to have fun. Man, that really pissed me off. But I don't want to be pissed off. I want to have fun. We don't need to talk about this, of course. We can talk about fun things. Let's not talk about this. Okay, that's enough for talking about the not fun things. Let's talk about the fun things in life. Like Jared Cook is gone. Seriously, I didn't get a chance to talk about how much I needed him gone. Oh my god, that was so fucking good to have gone. Dude, how come you make these spectacular catches? You don't understand. The Saints cap situation is more fun than having to talk about the fact that your university covered up sexual assault from your goddamn head coach because they have no spine. That's a bit more fun. Excuse me. Just give me 2 seconds, real quick. I'm back. That was a good scream. That was a very good scream. I've also, by the way, I've just recently gotten into Bojack Horseman. A very funny show. If you've never watched it. I quite enjoyed the first season. I haven't started the second season yet. Quite enjoyed the first season, though. That's been a good thing. I hope that wasn't too horrifying for you both to have to go through. Yes, Bojack is the best. The best. God, that show had a weird turn. Oh my god, the drug trip was so weird. I mean, I didn't expect much less from a drug trip, but still. That's crazy shit. Yeah. Man, this was a sports podcast. Remember when this was a sports podcast and not me shitting on a lot of other things? Yeah, that was fun. Oh, I've heard the rest of the show is fucking incredible. Yeah. No. I have the first 2 seasons on DVD, but they're not for me. It's for a friend of mine. Because I'm waiting to see them. Because they're the one who told me about Bojack. And I'm like, okay, I'll check this out. I love this show. The first episode had me hooked. And I'm like, okay. Because the humor is 10 out of 10. Anyway, what time is it? 8:09, 8:10. So maybe we can get off of this horrible Les Miles thing for the rest of time. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There we... Come on. It's seeable! Everything is seeable! Yeah. Now, this is a sports-adjacent podcast, let's be honest. Because it's mainly me just talking to people. Because I've got nobody else that talks about this shit with me. Honestly. Well, except for one other person. They're more into college football. And I am kind of into college football. But, like, I just recently bought a book, Peyton and Brees, about, like, that. Like, I've mentioned that before, and it's like, I'm into pro football. I went to Saints games growing up. I don't get the mystique of LSU football. That's part of the reason why I didn't understand this Les Miles thing, because it's like, dudes, we have a pro football team, you know. It's actually not that bad now. You cannot care about that. You ever had the chapstick you're reaching for be just out of reach? Yeah, y'all got any questions for me? About me? Or about anything? Because, like, I'm an open book, basically. Like, I mean, I know where my limits are, but, like... Well, you say it's not the 70s and the Saints are a draw now, but, we'll see how it is without Brees. Jameis Winston might do well, though. I mean, I have faith in Sean Payton. I mean... Granted, we knew Drew Brees could be good, but people knew Drew Brees could be good because 04 happened. Like, the 04 Chargers were a damn good team. We don't know much about Jameis Winston. And I'm very much... Here's the thing that got me. I didn't like they gave him the number 2 because it's too many parallels to Aaron Brooks. The last QB to wear number 2 on the Saints and play in the regular season was Aaron Brooks. Well, yeah, but so could Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks was, like, the best. Yes, but so was Aaron Brooks. This is a dude that threw the ball backwards against the Chargers for 26 yards lost. Nate Kading. That's a name. Yeah. Nate Kading decided to become a Chargers kicker in that moment. I'm just going to let that sit for 2 seconds and see how much you're just going to cry. Yeah, you did. Imagine winning a Super Bowl. Oh, wait, that's right. We did it more recently. Man. Imagine not ever imagine losing a Super Bowl. Can't be me. Just can't be me. Can't be me. Imagine losing a Super Bowl. That must be so painful. You get all the way to the Super Bowl and then lose? That's so tragic. I mean, at least the man with the plan's never seen that, so, like... But then again, that Chargers team that made the Super Bowl was running on a lot of bullshit, let's be honest. Hi, I've decided to use all of my luck to get to the Super Bowl. I have decided to stop, it was like, and then luck meter is on empty and you have to face off against Jerry Rice. And then your stupid defensive back decides to say, yeah, we're going to take Jerry Rice out of the game. And it's like, dude, you couldn't take Jerry Rice out of the game when he was 40. You think you can do it now? Amazing. We haven't. But you've at least experienced a Super Bowl win. As long as, I mean, I did too, but like, yeah, that was a long time. Shit, that was a long time ago. Because Thomas Morstead getting released, he was here for 12 years. 12 years. And to me, it was like, it has not been 12 years since we won the Super Bowl. No, it's been like 10 years, I will accept. Not 12. It has not been 12 years. Hey, Stan Humphries was a decent quarterback. You can't say he was it wasn't that Ryan Leaf got you to a Super Bowl, but it was Stan Humphries. He wasn't the worst QB, wasn't the best QB, but he was good enough. He was like Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh wasn't exactly great, wasn't exactly the worst. Yeah, you're the only one that was alive for that game. We're both very young. Alrighty? Hey, by the way, I was there when the Saints beat the Steelers when Juju Smith-Schuster had that horrible fumble. You were alive. True. Alive. Alive? Barely. Still. I did want to mention that just because, pain. Remember when we knocked you out of the playoffs, basically? That was funny. All because your kicker fucking slipped on the field. Yeah, that was a beautiful game. Oh, by the way, I've never understood how the hell there was a pass interference call on the defender that was defending Alvin Kamara, except for the fact that I was 500 feet away from it, and I thought there was pass interference. If you have a bad angle on that ball, on that look, yeah, it's pass interference. You look at a replay, and it's he barely even touched him. And I think that's what killed them. Oh, also, personal question. Who the fuck fakes a punt on 4th and 5 when your offense has been unstoppable? Are you fucking dumb? But that's just me. That's just me. No. I'm Mike Tomlin. I must make the dumbest possible decisions. Trust me, they'll never backfire. How did it backfire? I was thinking stupid. I was pissed off. Okay, look, I get pissed off when other teams do stupid shit like that. And it's beat me. Beat my team. Try. We want to beat you. So make us beat you. Don't give us victories we don't deserve. I'll take them, but don't give them to us. Remember 2018 when Brees was out? 2019. Brees was out, Bridgewater was in, and it was the Cowboys against the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Do you remember that? Do you remember the score of that game? This was 2 seasons ago now. Again, 2019. Hello? Does anybody remember the score of that game? Excuse me. Jeez. That's right. I do remember my Saints games. That game ended... Oh, it's okay. Let me just put it in chat. You can see it now. No, you're thinking of the 2017 game between the Saints and the Cowboys, also known as the worst officiated game I've ever fucking seen. A game that was so bad, both teams had legitimate reasons to hate the officials at the end of it. And that was a post-Thanksgiving game. How can you not stay? Oh, yeah, that's right. East Coast people don't get chances to watch primetime games. This is why Central Time Zone's better, but that's just me. Man, imagine primetime games ending at 11 o'clock. Couldn't be me. So, anyway, it ended 12-10 in favor of the New Orleans Saints. 12-10. 4 field goals. Yeah. Do you know why I was pissed off at that game? Because Kellen Moore couldn't adjust to our to our defense. You know what the Saints defense can't do? Cover deep. Do you know what they had? Amari Cooper. What do? You throw to Amari Cooper deep. Yes, it was 13-10. The only touchdown we had was because of a pass interference. They should have called pass interference on Keith Kirkwood. I think it was Keith Kirkwood. They should have called offensive pass interference because he blatantly shoved off. There was a helmet-to-helmet hit on Kamara they just didn't throw. By the way, you know who the referee for that game was? I'll give you a hint. Pat McAfee hates his ass. I mean, I stay up until... yeah, that's right. You're old. I say you're old. You're only in your mid-20s. So it's not that old. But still, trust me, referees have never had a problem calling PI on our defenders. Trust me, we've made it blatantly obvious. I can go on a long rant about Brandon Browner's 2015 season making me want to kill someone. God, I was so pissed off at him. He committed 20 fucking penalties. He did that in 14 games because his last two, he thought, hey, what if I don't commit penalties? And you know what happened? We won those goddamn games. One of those games was against the Jaguars where Denard Robinson played. You know why I remember that? Because I got to see Denard Robinson play and I'd forgotten he existed. And it was really cool to see him again. I didn't know he had become a running back. Denard Robinson could have been cool. I wish he would have done more. But yeah, no, Brandon Browner. Thank God he's in jail. Because he committed some pretty horrible sex crimes. And he deserves it. He committed rape. And, like, he's in jail for that. And, like, good. But yeah. Nah, that video today, look, here's what's annoying, and not annoying, weird probably. I always talk about Jaguar Gators videos in these things, just because they're A, so good, B, the type of content I would make if I had the time, and more importantly, the research, because fuck me, I have a video scripted and basically ready to go. I would just need to record and edit, because, like, I can't find footage. I can't find footage for it. And it's a really good video. It's about as good as my first one. If I had the footage for it, it'd be a great video. But I can't find footage of 1950 CFL stuff. Or pictures. It's bullshit. I hated it. Ugh. Anyway, not important. Here's what's important. Yeah, that game, Kellen Moore just couldn't adjust. And it was stupid, and we beat him. I took the win, but I was like, you're fucking stupid. How are you ever going to make it as an NFL offensive coordinator? And the answer is, I'm still waiting for the answer, actually. Kellen Moore sucks. Yes, very funny. Very funner. Funny. Whoa. Funnier. Funnier than anything I've ever seen. Yes, Steeler fan. I found, actually, okay, that's a lie. I found footage from the Grey Cup from that year. But that doesn't have the team in question. Because basically, the gist of the story is a team won a game they had lost. A team won a game they had already lost. Yeah. It's a story I found in the first ever issue of the Coffin Corner, which is Pro Football the Pro Football Researchers Society. I have a fuck me. Professional Football Researchers Association. Jesus Christ, why couldn't I say that? No. No. What I mean is, they had already lost the game. The game was already a loss for them, and they won it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. Trust me. It's bullshit the way the NFL does shit. I mean, my God. The NFL should have more open libraries to their content. I mean, it's not like you're making money off of them. Honest to God. Why do you have... I mean, I get your content ID system in the 1980 season... 82 season, because you don't want anybody remembering that. The 82 season was an embarrassment unto the league, although it did have the first ever playoff NFL game, just NFL game in general, broadcast by a woman. Ever. Like, that's not important, apparently. Yes, I'm not kidding. One of the first round games, the play-by-play broadcaster was actually a woman. It was, and I'm going to double check this. Yada. I'm doing the numbering real quick. Because when you control the to borrow from an old Seinfeld quote, when you control the content, you control information. Yes, I mentioned this on Tuesday, but apparently nobody wants to check. I'm double checking this, actually, because I need to double check this. I'm double checking this. Yes. The first... I'm sorry. It wasn't 82. I was wrong. It was not 82, but I was wrong because I had mixed up the strike seasons. It wasn't 82. It was 87. The last week of it...
Sling Watch Party was made for people like Carlos, and Bill, and Dave, and Frank. Anyone who's missing out on hanging out.
This is great! I know, we're watching live TV together from anywhere for the first time in history.
And I can mute Frank whenever he's upset about a bad call.
What? Are you...
became the first ever duo.
That's the
Her name is
worst
Geaux Sirens.
I've ever seen in my...
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
And welcome to Hall of Fame Stadium.
Really?
You're not starting with the Thursday night game here. You are starting.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's horrible. Oh no. No, I'm gonna get copyright claimed on YouTube for 12 seconds or something. I didn't know. Fuck. Why is this still up? Who am I kidding? Yes. Okay. Perfect. So anyway, yeah. So her name is Geaux Sirens. What? And I'm totally. You know what? I might have to beat this guy's ass. Yeah, I might have to beat him to the punch on that video, actually. If I can find footage from it, I'm totally gonna do that. If I can find... Actually, Steeler, have you found that guy that, does the things? You know, the ones that we can't talk about because it's a bit under the table? Because if we can find that okay, then... Excuse me 1 second while I double check this. Can't find it. Can't find it at all. I believe the Facebook group. I've heard of a Facebook group. And if it's got that game, I'd really like to see it because I could make a video on it. If I find out about her, all about that. Because wouldn't it be funny? Because I know I can make a damn good video. I've made one before. And I've scripted another one, and I'm halfway through scripting a third one on a futsal game. Don't question me. And if I can find the footage from that game, that'd be pretty cool. Oh... Who was that then? Oh, that was Jason Rifer 111. That's right. I'll ask him about it then. I'll ask him about it. I found an LA Times article, actually, about her. Yes. It wasn't shown in LA, yada yada, yada yada. The best part about Siren's work was that she continually provided basic information such as score, time remaining, yard line, down, and yards to go for a first down. This is an area where many veteran play-by-play men are lacking. She is an anchorwoman and former sports reporter from Tampa who came in with almost no experience. What the fuck? How is this not more commonly... Oh, thank God. How is this not more commonly known? This is awesome! I just realized what month it is. Yeah. There's one time also when they did a game where they had no announcers. And instead they had the announcer in the stadium do a bigger, more job of explaining like the down and distance and all. But yeah, this is back when they had minimal graphics. How is this little known trivia? Because Beth Mowins is the second woman to do it. And Beth Mowins is not exactly the greatest person to be second. Like, I mean, look. If you don't watch college football, so let me explain. Beth Mowins is not a good announcer. She's just not that good at announcing. Like, there are much better people that call games than her. There's this woman, I don't know her name. She works for Fox. She does a better job. She does a great job. Beth Mowins is so bland and boring. Oh my God. Yes, Beth, she's done a lot more. I mean, she freelances, basically. But it's not as good. There are a lot of people who I think there are a lot of women who could do a ton better than she does. She's just got this name going for her. There are so many people like that in sports where it's like, there are better people than you who I probably would know that can do a better job than you. Who will do a better job than you. And frankly, I can't wait to see it. I mean, I can't wait to see this. Because there are better people out there, like Adam Amin coming over to Fox. Holy shit, of course he could do well. I've watched enough college football. That dude kills. He did a bunch of Saints games this year, and I was so thankful he was on Fox. Because it was like, yes, he does Saints games. He did a really good job with the Saints-Broncos game. Because he handled that situation so well. He handled the fact that that was a whole fuckery mess. And just right and rolled with it. And he rolled with it better than I think a lot of other guys could have done. And I think it does help that he's done so much college football work. Because it's like, oh yeah, by the way, all the QBs are out. It's like, oh, okay. So they're down to their third string quarterback anyway. I've seen this before. Because you get enough weird-ass college football stuff. It's like, I've seen this. Yeah. She's bad. There are better. But there are a lot better. Like, because again, ESPN has like 500 different freaking college football announcers, so you get to hear at least one. You get to hear different ones, and it's like, she's so meh and boring. But she does so much work. And it's like, there are better announcers you have. There are better female announcers that you have. And well, yes, but it's like Joe Buck. That's what I'm going to compare her to. That's what I'm going to compare her to. And this is a completely apt comparison, I think. Joe Buck, I admire him for his work. His work ethic is something to be admired. Because that motherfucker does so much shit in a short amount of time. This dude once called a baseball playoff game and an NFL regular season game in the same day. That's impossible, basically. You have to prep so much to do all of that stuff. And he did it. Like, yeah, nepotism this and nepotism that, fine. This dude, he works his ass off to do what he does. And I admire that so much. But he is not good enough to do it at the top level. There are better guys at Fox who should be doing it. There are much better guys at Fox who should be doing it. And I honestly think that Adam Amin could take him over. He's so good. Because, like, Jim Nantz, he's great at what he does. At everything he does. Put him on everything, please. Jim Nantz is the best. That's why he's on everything. Because Jim Nantz is the best. He will be taking over as the number one on TNT. He's going to be the number one on TNT because you got Marv Albert retiring. Marv Albert, by the way, shouldn't have a job because of what he did in the 90s, but that's not important. In case you didn't know, he was involved in a sexual harassment thing in the 90s, but because it was the 90s, he could easily get around it because he had connections in the media industry. Yeah, he's a total piece of shit. That's just a fact. You can look that up if you want to, because we talked enough about pieces of shit in sports today. Oh, yikes. Yes, in case it wasn't already obvious, there are a lot of men in sports who are really terrible people. God, it's 8:36. I'm going to run over time. Oh, wait, I have infinite time. Time is an illusion. What was that? Yeah, I don't know. I've been talking a lot, and I want to know, before I go, yeah, Harlan does do a lot. So, and I think he's very good at what he does. I mean, holy crap, he does really well. His calls of every streaker are always top tier, and if you disagree, you're an idiot. Oh, I'm trying to remember what his thing was. I don't remember the exact thing. I'm gonna try and do the best of this. Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way. He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms, bare-chested. Somebody stop that man! Oh, they got him. They're coming from the left. Oh, they tackle him at the 40-yard line. That was probably one of the most butchered Kevin Harlans I've ever done. But I did it. Man, I'm losing my mind. It is 8:37. Jeez, Oh my god. Joe Buck had that thing where he was going to call everything, and it's no, get Kevin Harlan to do it. No, I'm not. It wasn't that funny. It wasn't. But I'm losing. Look, I've been sitting here. I still have my residual anger going. So I'm just going to say this. Y'all got any questions for me? It's unfortunate that, Lombardi, who fucking followed me, but whatever, didn't show up. Everybody didn't show up, but I get it. Hey, I'm not going to complain about that, because the fact that I have only 2 people here, that's 2 more than I would have ever expected to have. I honestly never expected to have anybody. So if y'all got any questions for me, when is my birthday? I actually already said that, before my birthday. So it is 2 weeks before Christmas. Do not be putting that shit anywhere. Janoris Jenkins and Quan Alexander are gone. Janoris Jenkins and Quan Alexander are gone. They're just gone. There's no way we keep them around. They're a saving of approximately $20 million. Secret is safe with me. I upload these to YouTube! I upload this shit to YouTube! Yeah, I can... nobody cares. Yeah, but... No, it's okay. I can't upload a sensor. I didn't say exactly when it was. I just said that it's... around 2 weeks before Christmas. I didn't say when it was. It's around 2 weeks. You know, around can mean a lot of things. Can be like a month. No, it can't. They'll never find out. It'll always remain a mystery. I never said exactly 2 weeks. I nearly said exactly 2 weeks. But, and I will tell the court this, I never specifically said exactly 2 weeks. Maybe they're bad at math. That's true, maybe people are bad at math. But I'm good at math. I'm terrible at math. I don't take math courses. Math is for people who want to do things with their lives. I want to talk about sports all day, and I've been doing it for the past hour and 40 minutes. Can you believe it's been an hour and 40 minutes that we've been spending of our lives here? Man, some things are weird. Oh, for God's sake, really? Mike, you thought that was going to mean something? I think we're going to have to stop. 2006, but 2007 and 2008 never happened. 2009 happened. Barely remember it. I didn't get this stupidly in... I've been always into it. I will say... 2000... I'm going to say 2009 is when is official. But 2006 I did start then. I just can't remember 2007 and 2008 because those years never happened to me. But, like, I have a shitload of football cards, and a bunch of them are from 2003 and 2004. And 2006, too. So, like, I just picked up a bunch of football cards. Like, I got a Matthias Kiwanuka rookie card. I also got some older ones that I've picked up from various areas. Like Morton Anderson. What else do I have? Todd DeVoe, DJ Hackett. I'm trying to find a Byron Leftwich, which is a damn good one. Are you talking about 2009 or 2006? No, 2009 was not fake. It's just that everyone else collectively forgets about it, except for people in New Orleans who will never forget about it and never let you live it down. Why? Because it's the only time we're ever going to win a damn Super Bowl, let's be honest. Ooh, Derek Johnson. Oh, look, it's Michael Jenkins. Ugh. Tom Brady. No one likes you, Brady. Oh, look, it's James Thrash. Remember Remember James Thrash? He was an answer on Tuesday. That was cool. Robinson, Reggie Bush. Josh fucking Freeman, man. Oh! Hey, look what I found. It's a rookie card of current Cardinals head coach Cliff Kingsbury. 2003. God, it's been a long time. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, Byron Leftwich. You know, current offensive coordinator for the Bucks. Willis McGahee. I'm trying to find one of them from one of your teams, bastards. Jerry Porter Law. Ike Hilliard never got the credit he deserved. Deuce Staley, damn good running back. Dwight Freeney, we all know how good he was. Eddie George should be in the Hall of Fame, maybe. No, that's stupid. Danny Werfel. I actually have a Santonio rookie, so like, yeah, that's cool. I found a Danny Werfel card. Ladies and gentlemen, he was the Werfel quarterback I've ever seen. Seriously, they cheered when he got injured in a game. The fans cheered when he got injured in a game. Because he was that bad. They cheered as he was carted off the field. He sucked so hard. Fucking Danny Werfel. Heisman Trophy winning ass couldn't win a fucking... Oh my god. RDRR. It's 8:45, Jesus Christ. We keep talking shit. I really want to get his ass on the podcast, because I know we could probably talk more. Been trying, but we'll see. We'll see about that. It never hurts to ask. But I want to have y'all back on in the chat next week, because I think I'm going to be good for now. Because I got to get some studying done for midterms coming up on Tuesday. So, yeah, that's right. On Tuesday, before the quizzing, so my brain won't be fried before then. No, it won't be fried at all. But yeah, I think we're good. Y'all had fun tonight? Oh, I'm just talking my ass off. Oh, man. Nah. It's funny because it's like you put a microphone on me, you take the microphone off, and I've not changed a bit. I'm still talking like this loud. I'm seriously, this is one of the funniest things about me. Funny is not true. I'm this loud and this obnoxious. Obnoxious. It's obnoxious if you have to live like two inches away from me, but I'm not that loud. Yeah. This has been good. Hope y'all have had fun. Y'all have had fun. It says so on there. I have proof of it. That is good. Proof. Man, isn't it great to have proof? Looks directly at camera. Looks directly into eyes of LSU administration with their proof of the whole... I'm gonna die tomorrow. By the way, if you want to hear my live reaction, it'll be pre-recorded, mainly so I can balance the audio from my screaming. I'm not joking about that. Yeah, you can find that. That's linked in my description on Twitch. It's Anchor. It says Anchor. You can find it there. You can follow the pre-recorded podcast there. We will be back here on Thursday of next week. That's the 11th. I know that because I just added 7 to 4. Badabushki. And we'll be doing it at the same time. 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. Because those are the 4 major time zones of the United States. My brain is fried right now if you can't tell from talking this much. I seriously need to take a break. Oh my god. I had a Spanish midterm today. Oh, that was not good. It went well, but like, fucking hell. Alrighty, well look, once again, thank y'all for coming out. I have been Ben Schluter. You know where to find me on Twitter, because both of your asses follow me. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just need to watch a bunch of, like, robot fights or whatever. I don't know, something mindless. But thank y'all for this. I've been Ben Schluter. This has been Goal to Go Live, Episode 3. Catch y'all in Episode 4. Catch y'all wherever you are. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. And until next time, bye-bye.